structural physical laws and biological laws of evolution. When we talk about the living cell, we must not make the same mistake that Charles Darwin made, namely to refer to evolution, when in fact we have an application of physical laws that takes place between instantaneously and about a few tens of minutes. If we can talk openly about evolution at the level of organisms, we cannot do the same when we refer to the intimate structure of living cells. Physical laws are fundamental in structuring cells, while biological laws, e.g., evolution, are more specific to multicellular, complex biological organisms. The process of obtaining and evolving living matter consists of two differentiated processes. 1. The constitution of the structure of cells on physical bases, and 2. The evolution of organisms, which starts from the cell to the organism and which takes place on both physical bases and biological laws. It must be specified that biological laws cannot change physical laws. In other words, insects cannot change the color of flowers directly, color being a fundamental physical law while the activity of insects is biological in nature. The fact that black butterflies are not usually hunted by birds in coal-polluted mining areas at the surface of the earth is a phenomenon of perception. We also owe to perception the differentiation of males from females, or vice versa, they choosing the pair of the opposite sex by aspects that stand out. Currently, scientists consider the structure of living cells and organisms as a direct result of evolution. In reality, the structure of living matter is the result of the application of natural physical laws. For example, in the case of a cell, we can observe certain relationships between its external and internal environment that prove the existence of absoluteness and resonance with electromagnetic radiation, such as those specific to the solar electromagnetic spectrum. The configuration of the absorption spectra of chlorophylls, A and B, corresponds to the configuration of the wavelength intensities of the emission waves in the optical zone of the solar spectrum of colors. Intense solar emission lines, red emitted by H and violet emitted by Ca+, are maximally absorbed by chlorophyll molecules. The same intense lines from the solar electromagnetic spectrum can produce inside living cells through the phenomenon of resonance structures of the type of cellular organelles or of some structural components inside the organelles. Just as atoms have certain dimensions, molecules and macromolecules in turn have certain dimensions, so cellular organelles prove to have standardized dimensions, regardless of the size and complexity of living cells. Basically, the volumes of cellular organelles are resonant with the wavelengths of the electromagnetic radiation they mostly absorb.